HDMI, or High Definition Multimedia Interface cables, are the standard for most TV setups. They're the standard because they deliver the highest quality uncompressed digital picture possible. Even though they're the standard, like anything else, they can have problems. So let's look at some of the most common problems and how best to solve them. First, let's do a little bit of background. Now, an HDMI cable transmits audio and video in the same cable. They also ensure HDCP compliance, that's high bandwidth digital content protection. It's an anti-piracy measure. It stops you from illegally recording video games, movies, or TV broadcast. Now, the way that these devices communicate is called the HDMI Handshake. If the handshake doesn't occur, you might get an error message like this. Even though I'm paying for my Netflix, it should work, right? So if I have a 10-year-old TV, but a brand new streaming stick, and I want to watch something from a streaming service like Netflix, if the TV isn't HDCP compliant, it's not going to work. So if you have all your devices HDCP compliant and you've set up the right video outputs and it's still not working, we have some tips to try to help you out. So the first thing you want to check is your HDMI cable. Is it old? Is it frayed? And sometimes HDMI connectors don't stay plugged in very tightly, and if you're having issues with it falling out, there are locks like this that keep it plugged in for you. The next thing you want to try is turning on your devices in reverse order. So if you turned on your Roku and then your TV and it's not working, turn them both off and try turning them back on in reverse. Next, lots of TVs have more than one HDMI port. Maybe the one you're using is clogged or faulty. Just try using a different one. Next after that, you want to check your video output settings. Frequently it'll be set to auto, but you want to try it on maybe 4K or 1080p, and sometimes that helps. The last thing you want to check is for firmware updates for any of your devices. And also, you can look online to see if people are posting in forums for any kind of HDCP errors for the devices you're using. Now, remember, the fewer links in the chain, the simpler and easier it can be. So if you have a streaming stick that plugs right into your TV, it's much easier to troubleshoot. Versus if you have a Blu-ray player and that connects to a projector and that connects to a wireless receiver and then that goes to a laptop adapter and that goes to an HDMI cable, you see where I'm going. It invites room for error.